BoLS fans, AdamHarry back in with another BoLS unboxing. Today we are looking at the Nemesis Expansion for Relic. If you're not familiar with Relic, it's based off of an old school board game called Talisman, which is the fantasy version. Relic is the 40K version of Talisman. Sort of kind of roundabout way of saying, this is a really fun game. It's got a really nice pedigree. This is the version from Fantasy Flight Games. They've taken over, since taking over production of Relic and all that fun stuff. Really great game, really fun expansion. So this has been out for a little while, but we've got our hands on it and I wanted to show it off. This is the back of the box. You can see we still have that plastic wrap on, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel that off and we'll take a look at it. It's got a couple of some new cards, obviously new map, new expansion, a lot of really fun stuff. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Alrighty, got the box all unshrink wrapped. Pretty excited about this one. It's typical FFG high production box stuff, so it's that same cardboard fancy texture stuff on the box. So there's a little catalog. Just like to flip through that. That's always fun. Here we have the expansion rules, which are very important. You can see high quality. I'm pretty sure this is 100% color all the way through. Oh yeah, so tons of new stuff in there, new enemies. Nice little appendix there to run through. So if you haven't played Relic at all, I mean, definitely should check that out. But this is an expansion, obviously, to the base game. So adds new mechanics, new dice. I think there's some new map stuff here too, which is always fun. So changes the way you play the game. Always a fun time. So got to have our tokens and counters. This is a pretty intricate token set. Yeah, it looks like a couple of sheets of cardboard. They're probably all front and back. I'll open up that in a moment. But yeah, these are all punch outs. This looks like a bunch of dials and stuff. So yeah, fun times. And then we have some new awesome looking tabletop markers. We have some Astra Militarum guys. There looks like a Slaanesh Daemonette, a Chaos Marine bust. Oh, it's a Khorne Berserker bust. Okay. Now, this is cool stuff. And then there's a Tyranid. I'll go ahead and open up that as well in a moment. We have a bunch of new cards, like I've been saying. There's some more cards. And here are, looks like player stats. That looks like Eviscer Assassin. So we'll open all this stuff up. Let me go ahead and just make sure that's the last bit. There's the cool little packaging from FFG. All right, that is the last bit of the stuff in the box. I'm gonna go ahead and take all the plastic wrap and baggies out of all this stuff, and we'll take a closer look at all of it here in a second. Okay, I've got everything laid out here, as you can see. I've got the dial sets here. Just kind of flipped over again. It's front and back. These are the fancy punch-out dials. So this game introduces a couple of new mechanics. There are new Nemesis, obviously the Relic Nemesis expansion. That's what these four guys here are. Have a Khorne Berserker Nemesis. It looks like a Dire Avenger Exarch, possibly Nemesis, Eldar Nemesis, Slaanesh Daemonette Nemesis, and then a Gene Stealer bust Nemesis as well. And then you have two player characters. You've got the Assassin and a Sergeant Stormtrooper of the Imperial Guard. So these are two new players that you can use. Each one's has got its own player sheet, as you can see here. We've got the Assassin, he's pretty cool, and then the Imperial Guard Stormtrooper, also really cool stuff. So they just have their own special abilities and bonuses and stuff like that. Again, if you've played Relic at all, this is going to be very familiar. These are just two extra players to play. The Nemesis, they're kind of interesting. They're not enemies, but they are not friends. They're special, like the enemy keyword. They're not actually enemies, but they are actively against the forces of the Imperium. And there's also some new mechanics introduced with skill challenges and stuff like that. Skill duels, you can actually engage with other players. There are rules for having these guys automated, kind of, you know, the game plays them, or actually having a player play as one of the Nemesis as well. So that's an option as well. So they have their own unique cards and stuff like that. Again, the full rule book has all that good stuff in there. I think they're called apostates, and then yeah, you can see here, sort of. So apostate rules and stuff like that. So there's new stuff like that. Nemesis players have their own decks and stuff like that as well. So if you're not playing with those specific rules, again, there are rules for playing with them in there. But you also get these new, I believe these are the new mission cards. So they just have special game rules that are applied. Not mission cards. I forgot what these are called, but some new cards for those. You've got new decks as well. Again, FFG high quality artwork. Everything here, really cool stuff. Can't complain at all. These little mini cards are just chock full of flavor from the universe, as you can see here. Just all the different No Mercies. An example here, there's a Space Marine shooting at a guardsman, it looks like. Because, yeah, No Mercy. So, yeah, really good stuff. FFG's got one of the best, I guess, art departments in the industry. Just cranking out awesome stuff all the time. So, and then you've got all these extra Nemesis cards and stuff like that. So, just lots of stuff to play with. Lots of new stuff. It's just a fun way to change up the regular game. Again, I would encourage you, if you haven't played Relic at all, play a couple of rounds of it before you decide to get an expansion. But the expansions definitely will add a nice curveball to your gameplay. On top of that, I believe these are also slightly different board sections that you can add to the game. So, and it actually lets you play up to 6 players now. So, with the two additional, I guess we'll call them heroes, but they're 2-player characters. Again, the sergeant for the now Astra Militarum Imperial Guard, and the assassin, which he looks like a beast. So I really like the models. If you're really into hobby, I mean, there's no reason you couldn't paint one of these bad boys up. They would look pretty cool. I think they'd take paint just fine. So there's your Nemesis guy walking around the board. You put the little peg in, and then I guess you could do the same with the, or actually it's probably one of these. But anyway, oh yeah, these are all the little token things you need to build all the dials, because it's an FFG game. You gotta have lots of dials. So good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in the box for the Relic Nemesis expansion. Go check it out. It's been out for a while. Go play Relic, and then pick this up after a couple of games. You will not be disappointed. It definitely adds a lot to the game. So again, that's from Fantasy Flight Games. It's in stores now. This has been another BoLS quick unboxing overview. Hope you enjoyed it. This is AdamHarry from BoLS signing off. Have a good one.